Hey guys, Thematics here. So, it's been a little while since I uploaded anything fun. I know I've been uploading videos, but pretty much all of them have been competitive or semi-competitive champions and builds. Today I wanted to bring you guys something more, I want to say, high risk, high reward. And I do mean extremely high risk. Full Crit Master Yi is a build made possible by the changes in the crit items for Season 6. As one might imagine, it takes a while to ramp up, even more so than Devourer. But the burst damage is completely asinine. I would say even slightly higher than the Thunderlord's build I showed you guys for Jungle Yi. You can only really play this in top or mid lane, since there isn't any room for a jungle item. Disclaimer here guys, I would not recommend using this build in ranked play, if you are not at least in the advanced category of Master Yi players. The categories go from beginner, intermediate, advanced, to expert. If you don't have at least a 50% win rate, maybe 45% on Yi, then you fall into one of the first two categories and you should stick to normals when using this build. Besides, it's more of a fun build anyway. It's just that in ranked, you'll always have experienced players using meta champions and builds, and it'll be even more difficult for you if you're not at least of advanced experience on Yi. Normally, if you're going to play Yi in a lane, you would build him more like an ADC and less like a pseudo Yasuo. So guys, let's jump right into the runes and masteries. So these are the masteries here for our full crit Yi build. We have, of course, 5 points in Fury, 1 point in Double-Edged Sword. I take the 5 points in Vampirism here because although normally I would go with Natural Talent, you're sorely lacking in lifesteal for this build, so the 2% lifesteal helps a little bit. 1 point in Bounty Hunter, 5 points in Battering Blows, it's normal, and Warlord's Bloodlust instead of Fervor of Battle. Again, I will say Fervor of Battle is the best keystone to take on Master Yi. It's even better than the Thunderlord's version of the Master Yi build that I showed you. But for this particular build, since it is full crit, we are going with Warlord's Bloodlust. And I mean, you know, it's like I said, it's super high risk, high reward. If you get fed, you do insane amounts of burst damage. Like, it's just ridiculous. And of course, you have your standard 12 points for an assassin in the Cunning Tree, which is just Savagery, Assassin, Merciless, and Dangerous Game. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. Okay, well, runes are as follows. So as you can see, we have 11 physical damage, 10% critical damage. That's a 10% increase to your crit, 10 magic resist, and 8 armor. You have your 1 quint of attack damage, full attack damage reds, that's 9 attack damage, physical damage reds, and you have your 2 crit damage increasers on your quintessences, your remaining 2 quints, and here you have 1 magic resist just to round out the magic resist to 10, since we're losing some from here by adding crit damage glyphs. But anyway, finishing out the seals, so we have our 1 magic resist seal and we have our 8 armor seals, pretty standard, and besides the 2 critical damage blues to round it up to 10% crit damage, we have our 7 MR blues to get that much needed MR. Now, the 10% crit damage, you might be looking at it and say, it's kind of pointless, it's not really all that much. You might be right, but this is just for the sake of maximizing our critical strike damage in combination with the Infinity Edge that we're going to be getting, of course. And, you know, it's slightly more damage without sacrificing too much physical damage, raw AD, because you're going to need the raw AD in the early game to farm, especially. I tried it by just filling this whole thing out pretty much with crit damage, except, you know, obviously keeping some armor and MR for defensive purposes, and I got up to like 25% crit damage, so it was a total of 75% crit damage with the Infinity Edge, and indeed, once I got fed, you know, I was hitting a lot harder with the crits, but it's just, the early game sucked so much worse than it already does. I mean, it's just really bad in the early game. You have to play super safe. You got to go super bitch mode. Wait for them to make a mistake. So you know you don't want to make the early game worse than it already is if you're playing in a lane. All right then. Well, anyway, guys, what I've done for this video is just compile a few clips from 3 of my full crit Yi games into about 5 minutes worth of shenanigans to share with all of you. And I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. And I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, you done fucked up now, buddy. You see what I mean? Just wait for them to make a mistake, dude. I might be able to Wow, serious? Well, I'm no one's fool. Oh my god, that was awesome. Well, you can keep on talking. No one say don't mean nothing. The same old thing again. Expected. Oh shit. Rats. Oh god, okay, that was so good.
You would wipe away my tears, so sincere. Turn gray skies to blue.
Run away! Oh my god.
You won't ever change your ways, doing what you do.
Get the Baron! Get the Baron! Wook is distracted, yes! Hey, peace out!
Well, you can keep on talking. No one say don't mean nothing. The same old thing again. Well, I'm
Almost got both of them. Almost got both of them. dodged the ultimate with my Alpha Strike. And that basically sealed his fate right there.